Welcome all you outdoorsmen
and women
to the Sticks Outfitter. My name's Craig, this is Shad, and today we're gonna go over some crossbow reviews. We're gonna show you which one's best for your money.
Yeah, I don't give a crap what he just said. We're shooting some crossbows today, baby! Woo-hoo! Load them up, Craig. Let's show me how to cock and shoot these some bitches.
Anyways, we're not gonna be doing a typical review here. We're gonna be going over the practicality, durability, and all these other tests. And we're gonna grade each one for each test and see which one passes and which one ends up being on top. What are you doing back there? All right, so the crossbows we're reviewing today are the top of the industry type of crossbows. We got the Ravin R9, the Excalibur Micro Suppressor, and the TenPoint Turbo GT, and the Stryker Katana.
That TenPoint sounds like a car.
It does, the GT. First up of the test is the size.
That's a big thing when you're hunting.
When you're hunting through the brush, you wanna have a good sized bow. So first off, we have our length for the Ravin R9. The Ravin R9 comes in at 34.5 inches.
You know that off the top of your head?
Yeah.
It's weird.
The Excalibur is at 31.5 inches.
Ooh, that's a little shorty, huh? I like the shorties.
Nice and compact. We got the...
I like a good shorty every once in a while, you know what I mean?
All right. We got the TenPoint at 35 inches and the Stryker Katana, I like saying that word, at 35 inches as well.
Sound a little long. I don't like long as much. I like a little short. I'm a little shorter, so I have the short ones.
I was just gonna say, like, Shad's the perfect model for this one.
You're probably right. They've even got the camel to match. Real tree.
You're wearing a mossy oak shirt.
I'm wearing a mossy oak.
The Excalibur obviously wins in this category for the length.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Obviously.
Although we do have the Ravin, which is extremely narrow.
This one's a little wider.
Yeah, a little bit wider. But, you know, the length really, what I'm worried about is, you know,
quick draw.
In your tree stand or...
Quick draw McGraw.
Exactly. So for the size, we are going to give a grade to the Ravin. We're going to give it a B.
I like that.
B minus.
B. I like a B.
B?
Be generous now.
The Excalibur, we're going to give a B plus because of the length.
I do like the length on this. I'll give that a B plus. I like this one a little bit better.
All right. And the remaining two, the TenPoint and the Stryker.
We'll grab them there.
Okay.
Show them what you got there.
We're gonna give these bad boys.
That's a 10-point you got there.
We'll give them a C plus.
C plus.
Because the width isn't that bad, but the length is, you know, obviously the longest.
He's got the 10-point. I got the Katana.
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 All right. Next test.
Next test.
All right. Next up, we have the durability test, and we're gonna go over basically the ease of use and the practicality. You know, we're up in a tree stand. You drop the son of a bitch. You a little surprised there?
Surprised you used a cuss word there.
And see which one is going to survive the landing. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that to each one of these bows. But here's the
10-4. The scoop.
Here's the scoop. We got the recurve design, and then we have the compound design, which you see on the other three bows. Basically, you drop the recurve, the Excalibur one, you can be able to pick that thing up, go back in the stand, and start hunting. You drop the other. Yeah, exactly. The compound design has so many parts, and it's got like so many different strings, what, 3 or 4 or something like that. And the Excalibur has 2 limbs, 1 string. So if you snap that string, if for whatever reason you get a little nick in it and it's coming apart, you can repair it right there within basically 60 seconds.
So I can still hunt that day.
Exactly.
If that one,
these
what
bad
happens?
boys,
I can't hunt that day.
You drop it, you're gonna have freaking hardware everywhere. You're gonna take it back to the store, have them fix it. It's gonna be in a line. You're gonna have to wait, you know, 3 weeks or so until they fix it. Hunting season's over. You got a nightmare.
What?
So
I don't like that.
No, exactly. So the compound design is great, and it might shoot a lot faster, but not worlds apart fast. All of these are gonna kill an animal within like 50 yards. So
shit, 100 if you're me.
Yeah, and what's our main goal when we're hunting?
Put the meat in the freezer.
That's what you always say.
Put the meat in the freezer.
So each one of them is gonna do that. The question is, do you want to have that risk of whether you go to the hardware store or whatever and get all the parts and everything all fixed, or do you just want to be able to fix it right there on the scene? That's where we came in, figured it out for you
with our durability grade.
And basically our point of view is to keep it simple, stupid. So to keep it simple, Excalibur gets an A plus here.
A plus, huh?
A plus, because...
Well, hell, you can throw it anywhere you want.
Just keep doing that shit. I love doing that. Ravin gets a C.
Which one's a Ravin?
This one right here.
Oh, that one's... Oh, yeah. I forgot. I like the Ravin. Sorry.
And then we have the Stryker and
that's this one, ain't it?
Yeah, and the TenPoint GT. They both get a B. They're pretty solid. This one's got a lot of the, you know, a lot of different stuff going on. And the other two bows, the Katana and the Turbo GT, they have that foot thing there too.
This thing right here, that's why I like the durability on these, Craig.
Because it doesn't mess up the
You can set it in the ground if you want to. If you're feeling a little heavy because you're a little weak, Craig, you can just put it in the ground right there.
Right, or hang it up in the tree stand.
Yeah, you can do that too. But I know how you don't like to carry a lot of stuff. That one you can't do as much. I don't like that about that one. I mean,
you know, if you're target shooting or just wanting to have fun, this might be your bow. But if you want to be hunting, if you want to be out in the woods and beating your stuff up, then you're probably gonna want the one that's more durable.
Want your durable.
So we got a C for the Ravin, an A+ for the Excal, and a B for the
other two.
Katana and the Tenpoint Turbo
GT.
Next test.
Next test. Hey Craig, watch this. It's too good.
Are you ready? We're gonna check sound test. You ready? Sound test.
All right, so for the sound test, we had the Ravin.
Bullseye.
We gave a C+ because the decibel average was at 99. The Excalibur's average was at 93, so we gave that one an A.
That's that one right there, ain't it?
This one here. Then we gave the Tenpoint right here. What are you laughing about?
You're trying to go deeper than me. This one here.
This one right here. Then we have the Tenpoint right here. Would you show them the Tenpoint?
Yeah, I will, Craig. This is the 10-point crossbow right here. You know, what did it get?
The Tenpoint had an average at 93.5. That one got an A-.
A-. You know, it was pretty soft, but we got one problem with this.
That bad boy. So that drops it down to a B+.
Yeah, you know, you ain't gonna want that thing rattling in the woods with you.
There's a lot of noise with
We're
that.
looking for quietness.
And we're looking at a bunch of cranks. So the Ravin has a crank, which also left it as C+. We debated putting it at a B-, but with
I
the
would
crank,
give it a B-. But Craig's a little harder.
I just don't like the crank system. And the Stryker Katana averaged at 96 decibels, and that one seemed to be a bit, we had some highs and lows. So we gave that one a B-.
But you're gonna give it a C.
Nope, that one's a B-.
Why?
Because it was better than the.
Gosh, I'd hate to have you as a teacher.
It was better than the Ravin. The numbers don't lie, all right? Numbers don't lie. But yeah, the Stryker Katana was actually pretty impressive. We saw a lot of fluctuation with the noise, which was interesting. But those are our final grades with that. Excalibur wins this round just by a margin.
What's a margin? I'd hate to have you as a teacher, you know?
Next test, we're gonna do the cocking test. See which one is better at cocking. So Ravin first was, you know, it was easy cock, right?
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah. But it is noisy.
It's noisier than all get out.
There's some way to make it not
noisy.
noisy.
If you press the button, you can keep it noisy, but it makes it a little bit more dangerous. If you accidentally slip, then the whole thing just releases basically. So, I mean, it was noisy, and I think I feel like there's a lot of movement, you know? There's a lot of this.
That, and you gotta keep that thing in your pocket or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, we give the Ravin a B-.
B- is good for me, Craig.
It was good, it was easy. C+, B-. Next one up, we have the Excalibur. That one was somewhat simple because it's a short draw, but at the same time,
There's a lot of pressure.
that's heavy. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's a lot heavier than the other ones. So it was a bit difficult. We're gonna give that one a C+.
Ooh, gosh, I would hate to have you as my teacher.
It was easy, but it's heavy compared to the Stryker.
That was easy.
Yeah, we'll give the Stryker an A- because that one's so easy, super smooth. It's a little bit longer.
An A+. I'd give him an A.
You give that one an A+?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Shad gives it an AA+. Lastly, the Tenpoint. We didn't have the cranking system for that because, well, it's really loud and it's even louder than the Ravin, or it's harder. You have to make sure you don't go too far because you can ruin the mechanism. We don't even want to bother with that stuff. Keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep it simple, stupid. Too many gears. So we just cocked it with the regular straps, and you know, it's pretty average.
Yeah.
But I think
what are you giving it?
you're gonna have that accu draw there in the way anyways. So I give that one.
I'd give it a. What'd you give the Excalibur?
Ravin?
You gave the Excalibur a C+.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give that one a B.
Okay, Excalibur gets a B. That one gets a C+.
C+. Yeah.
There you go.
Just because too many gears going on.
Yeah, you don't want Craig as your teacher once again.
Next test, we have the decocking. What we're looking for here is the safety features, the easeability. Is that a word? Easeability and the noise. So are you gonna have to shoot it? Because we don't want to have to shoot it into the ground because you're gonna mess up your broadhead. You're gonna make a lot of noise.
Yeah, and you don't want to carry a target out with you hunting.
So first up, we have the Ravin. Ravin gets a C+.
Good.
Because you only have one way to decock. You have to have that little gadget thingy.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit like wonky, and if you slip, then the whole thing gets messed up. You're gonna dry fire, and it's just not a good deal. But it was fairly easy. I mean,
I thought it was
simple to do that.
safe than the other ones, but that's
Well,
just me talking.
You just got more stuff to go wrong, and if it does go wrong, then the cams are gonna break. You just got a lot more parts to mess with.
Okay, I hear you.
So next, we have the Excalibur. We give the Excalibur an A- because, well, it was easy. I mean, it was a little bit of weight, but you have the safety feature, and that's what the Ravin doesn't have. Is when you press the trigger, it goes to the safety side, right?
Yeah.
The safety blocker, and then you push the safety block and just slowly go down with it. And it's got the stoppers there in case you do let go too soon. It's got the stoppers to protect. Yeah, that's why we have an A-. Safety first, kids. What? Next up, TenPoint. The TenPoint gets a C. We're gonna do minus or just a C?
Give him a C.
A C, all right.
7
Chad's
out
a
of 10
nice
points.
guy. Okay, so we get a C because we have the same decocking mechanism similar to the Ravin, where you have to have the parts, and there's just a lot going on. It's really noisy, and we tried decocking it with the strap, or did we?
Yeah, we tried that.
We did. Okay.
Didn't work out very well.
No, it wasn't that smooth. So again, you're gonna have to shoot this one into the ground if you don't have the decocking mechanism and you don't have the straps with you. So it's just like a lot of variables, and we want less variables.
Less variables, got it.
Simple guy over here. He knows what he's talking about.
He's on right now. Less variables.
Yeah, keep it simple.
All you
Simple,
Crossbow
easy.
people out there, keep it simple.
All right, here we go. Stryker is next. The Stryker Katana.
Katana.
I love saying that word.
Katana.
Gets an A. Chad would probably give it an A+, but it's an A. It was smoother than all the others. It was easy. It was similar to the Excalibur.
That was the one that cocked good too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's very smooth.
So good cock and decocking. It's a good cock and crossbow.
It's a good cock and crossbow.
Good cock and crossbow.
So this one also has the stopper similar to the Excalibur. These two are very comparable. Excalibur was just a slightly more difficult to decock. I mean,
And cock too.
Not too much.
There's a lot more pressure.
There's just more pressure, but I mean, anyway, if I can handle it,
Yeah,
most guys
anybody
can. But the Stryker again was
Or
super
woman.
smooth, has the stoppers, and has the safety feature as well. Once you pull the trigger and push the safety in.
Okay.
Our last test, we have the speed test. We're gonna see which one you can use performing under pressure with time. And of course, since
Since he chokes under pressure, these numbers will not be very accurate.
since I am the more composed under pressure.
No, you're not clutch at all. I've
watch.
seen you.
First up, we had the Ravin, and that one performed pretty well. We got a 22-second from cocking to firing. 22 seconds.
I stopped it right when it hit the target.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's when I stopped it. Not firing.
But once it hit the target, yeah.
Oh,
So-
20 yards.
So 22, yeah, 20 yards. We made it easy. Easy for me. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it.
Didn't want to lose any more arrows or bolts. Sorry.
Hey, we did not lose any bolts.
We didn't.
Or arrows.
Luckily, because I got a keen eye.
Good night. Ravin, 22 seconds. Excalibur got up there. This one came in at 15 seconds.
I know.
And the
That was the
reason,
last one you did, so you were kind of in the zone. So
Yeah.
that's why those numbers kind of fluctuate, but you definitely were a lot quicker.
but the reason I think it was easier from my standpoint was that the odd fletching, I didn't have to worry about lining it up so the odd fletching's down on the bottom. And the
True.
Ravin, you have to go through that other piece when you're loading it.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So there's that. So next we have the TenPoint, and that one's scored at 22.5, 22 and a half.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was real similar to the Ravin, it's just a longer draw. So,
I rounded down too. It's 22.52.
oh, okay. Okay. Duly noted.
You never know.
Write that one down, put it in the notebook.
.02 buck that just went by. If you were 22.5, you might have
I
got
would have shot.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that one, again, not too much different from the Ravin. The Stryker Katana
Katana.
scored in at 21 seconds. So they're all pretty similar. I think I jumbled a little bit with the quiver there. So I honestly think if I didn't fumble around with the quiver, probably
This was
would have
all
been
one
closer
test too. Like we didn't do 3 tests.
Yeah,
We did
exactly.
3 tests, probably.
Average them out.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one was smooth again. I'd probably say it should have been 20 seconds, but you know.
You should have got sub 20. I would have got sub 20 on all this little ways. Well, you look like a. Never mind.
But anyways, all pretty similar. Only thing that stood out was the loading.
All right, so now for the conclusion. What do we got, Craig?
We're going over which one has the overall best performance. When you add it up, which one rates the best for what matters.
Yeah. What are you gonna want to buy?
Exactly. So, coming in at 4th and 3rd, tied at what I call a C+, Shad calls a B-, is
The Ravin-esque.
the Ravin-esque,
The Ravin.
the Ravin,
And the Tenpoint.
and the TenPoint. So they tie at the bottom of the pack because we just don't like the crank mechanism thing, the noise. Yeah, the Raven's sexy, but you know, there's a lot more things than just looking sexy, as you saw here in the videos.
Yeah, Craig.
You would know. Anyways, coming in at number 2,
Katana.
the Stryker Katana.
Katana.
That thing was a
The
beast.
name alone gets it a grade.
Yeah, the name's great. Very smooth. We saw everything. You know, it's a very good performer. Anyways, coming in hot at number 1, the Excalibur. This little guy here. I mean, you
Compact.
saw just in every aspect it just about won. So compact, safe, durable.
The
You can
only
throw this
thing
thing
about
around.
it is the cocking. That's it.
That's right. But even
Really?
then, it was pretty simple. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Deadly accurate too. That
Yeah.
was the one that was. We
Oh,
didn't have to
super
sight that
ag,
one
yeah.
in.
Anyways, let us know if you have any questions by commenting below,
Or concerns.
or concerns, or you know what crossbow should have been in this list. Which one do you like most? If you got nothing good to say,
then don't say nothing at all.
thank you, Shad. If this is your first time here, subscribe by hitting that button up here. Check out our other videos that are listed here as well. And until next time, keep hunting, fishing,
And living in the sticks.
and shooting crossbows.
And shooting crossbows.
How about that?
You know what, Craig? You say it best when you say nothing at all.
You think you're so cool.